From the moment you wake up to the moment your head hits the pillow, your attention is under siege. You might not feel it, you might not recognize it in the moment, but your focus is being fought over. Because in today's world, attention isn't just a commodity, it's the currency. Let's talk about how that works. Attention is one of the most valuable commodities there is. You want the girl? Well, first she's gonna have to know that you exist. You want the job? Well, why should they choose you? You want customers? So does the next guy, right? Everybody's vying for attention, and that means that you and I are as well. I wish it wasn't this way. The glitz, the glamour, the flash, the pizzazz, the status, the power. You know, I've wanted success like everybody else wants success. But in order to do that, you have to garner attention. You have to step into the spotlight. You have to play the game to beat it. We live in an attention economy. Our attention is prized, packaged, and traded. Your attention is traded. Your attention is the economy. Did you know that the average person in a single day is exposed to between 4,000 and 10,000 ads? Not just TV ads, but ads on the bus stop, ads on the billboard, ads on the back of the book, Penguin. You know what I'm saying? Like branding and ads. They're everywhere you look. And we might not consciously recognize every one of them, but they're seeping in. They're seeping into our subconscious. All ads, all social media, all content is essentially trying to lead your consciousness down a path of its choosing to help you arrive at a conclusion that they want you to, including me. I just like to think that the conclusions I'm leading you down can help build you up. Everyone is like a bid for your inner world. As those bids increase, the cost of your attention rises, because we don't just choose what we focus on, we choose what we don't focus on. And that's where the art is in choosing what not to focus on. When you've got multiple avenues exposed to you every day that are all fighting for it. Because if they control your attention, they control your story. They control your life. And this is why words are magic. To spell something, it's like you're casting a spell. Grimoire, which is a book of spells, is just a fancy way of saying grammar, right? That's what it was deduced from. Abracadabra literally translates to I create as I speak. Words are magic. Art is magic. If I can string together the right sequence of words, deliver it the right way, I can cause you to project images inside your mind wherever you are. Images that can influence what you think, what you feel, how you act, right? Words are magic, bro. And that process can change the world. Think of Martin Luther King. I dreamed a dream. Now that's Susan Boyle, but respect to both, two legends. Or on the dark side, Hitler. It was his speeches that were rallying up the people, that were stirring up these emotions, right? A good orator, a good speaker is a spellcaster. Don't forget that. Now, attention isn't just a currency we spend, it's a tool that we wield. It takes attention, it takes focus to lose weight, to build the body that you want, to save money, to create the life that you want for yourself. Takes focus, takes attention, takes time, right? And anything that distracts you, anything that sucks those up meaninglessly for nothing, must be eliminated, or at least consciously reduced. In this world of constant distraction, your ability to stay focused is the most valuable skill that you can possess. I'm sure you've heard the saying that if you don't spend the time to work towards your own dreams, you'll spend it helping build somebody else's, right? And the same is true for attention. If you don't control where you put your attention, where you put your focus, someone's going to take it to where they want it to go. On a more personal level, this is how manipulators work. They control the information, or they try to. They try to point your focus to where they want it to go, so they can get you to do what they want you to do. When you set a goal, the focus must follow. Without that, progress is accidental. And worse, your attention becomes a commodity that someone else exploits. Your attention becomes a view, a sale, a statistic. And when you let others rig the auction of your focus, you forfeit your trajectory. You trade your time for someone else's agenda. Whether we realize it or not, most of the decisions we make were planted long ago. They were simmering, they were brewing, waiting to be expressed. Your mind is like a garden, right? The people you associate with, The content you consume, the music you listen to, the movies you watch, the books you read, all of these things are like seeds. Your attention is the water, and the time that you spend thinking about those things is like watering those seeds. Ideas that are watered consistently grow roots, stem, and they eventually flower. And the consequences of that growth become your reality. If you give your attention to resentment, you water bitterness. If you give your attention to discipline, you grow confidence. Here's the thing though, your mind doesn't discriminate. Whatever you water will grow. The biggest mistake you can make is believing that you're not planting anything, because you always are. There's always something running through your mind. What is it? Did you put it there? Do you want it to be there? You have to be really careful with who you associate with. Some people are genuinely malicious. They're not just ignorant to how their behavior affects you, but they are consciously malevolent. They actually have intention behind the way that they manipulate you. And it's almost like, to use the watering metaphor, they create like a funnel and a siphon. So when you try to pour your energy and focus on your garden, they steal it from you, right? It goes direct into their funnel, boop, and into their garden, building the life that they want. And if you like, we can make another video on that topic, and I can teach you how to watch for signs of people like that, how to recognize it, how they operate, and what to do. Spoiler alert, you walk away, always. But you only got so much focus. That is the art of living. When you boil it all down, that is exactly what life is about. What do you want? How will you do it? What aligns with that? What doesn't? Here's what I hope you take away from this. Attention is sacred. It's the steering wheel of your destiny. What you focus on expands. What you water grows. In a world that is now built to hijack your mind, the most powerful move you can make is to intentionally direct your attention. I think there's more to explore here. I'll make another video on more of a how-to, on how to man the gates of your mind, so to speak. How to maintain your focus, because it's so key. It's a passage of life that I'm really beginning to focus on now. I have to control my focus, and you do too, no matter what you're trying to do. Take that with you on your travels. The mind is a garden. Ideas are seeds. Be very wary of what you water.